Good day, everybody. Good day. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to Morning Sip with Red Melissa. And I am Red Melissa. I am Red Melissa. And I am just so thrilled to be with you all today. Thank y'all for putting in your comments yesterday, even though the show was pre-recorded. I saw them, I captured some of them. So thank you so much for doing that. From time to time, there might be a pre-recorded show. So I'll give you the heads up on that. So let me introduce myself. I am an ordained interfaith minister. I am a licensed religious science practitioner, and I am a certified life coach. And I say that Triune is my ministry of joy, where I support people in living life in joy, connected to their yes. Connected to your yes. All right. So we are in the wrap up. We might have one more. We might have one more prayer of Jabez piece in this, but we're going to continue on in the prayer. And so yesterday we was talking about that your hand would be with me, that your hand would be with me. So let me just read the prayer again for you all. And some of you have reached out to me asking, Red Melissa, where is that in the Bible? So it's really hidden. It really is. It's in First Chronicles chapter 4, verse 10, right? So in chapter 4 of Chronicles, it's all these beget. And then all of a sudden, there's a prayer, right? And then it goes back into beget. So it's easy to miss, but it's worth pausing, reading, taking it in, and using it for yourself. So the prayer is, oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain. And God granted his request. So today we're going to focus on, and that you would keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain, that I may not cause pain. So that's where we're going today. And I want to highlight the word evil, right? I want to highlight the word evil. And I'm going to read something from you from the book. There's a book called The Prayer of Jabez that I've been referencing all week, and it's written by Bruce Wilkinson. All right. He wanted to live free, Jabez. Jabez wanted to live free from the bondage of evil, because God's trustworthy character and steadfast word has shown him something unimaginably better, right? Unimaginably better. And so we have the opportunity right now to imagine something unbelievably better, unimaginably better, I mean to say, right? With everything that's going on in the world, we have the opportunity right now to imagine something unimaginably better, right? I was on this morning with Red Brez and Rev Z on their ministers talking this morning, and the topic was insurrection. The topic was insurrection. And so, you know, the attempted coup happened on Wednesday, and we all saw it and we all have our feelings about it. But I would just encourage us to stay in the vibration of the unimaginably better, the unimaginably better for this country, and not lean into the conversation of evil, right? The conversation of othering, right? Because we've had enough of that, and look at where it has brought us to, right? So there's time for the unimaginably better. What can you imagine that is so much better than what we have today as a country, right? So when Jabez says, and that you would keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain. What do we know about pain? We know that hurt people, right? We know that when there is a consciousness that is based in separation, when there is a consciousness that believes that it is the supreme and that God is not the supreme, or that they are as supreme as God, what do we get? We get the outpicturing of that which we saw on Wednesday, right? Of that which we saw on Wednesday. So I want to share something from the Science of Mind text by Ernest Holmes. And I refer to this often. So this is what Ernest has to say about evil. Evil is the direct and supposition opposite to good and has no reality behind it or actual law to come to its support. We make our own mistakes, suffer from our own foolishness, and we must also make our own return journey into righteousness. God was, is, and will remain the essence of life, truth, and purity. Let us enter this essence in belief and be freed from our unbelief and human mistakes. Our unbelief and human mistakes, right? So there's no reality, there's no actual law, there is no law of evil. There is a law of cause and effect, and we see the law of cause and effect outpicturing itself in many ways. And we had the demonstration of that outpicturing on Wednesday, right? So if we focus our attention on the appearance of that which you can see, and we don't go inward, take a deeper dive within ourselves and see where we are operating from a place of no reality, right? They are operating from a place of unreality. Those people who were at the Capitol on Wednesday attempting to overthrow the government because they think they have the privilege to do so, and that has been supported through this system that we call the United States of America. There is no reality with a capital R in that. So we have to stand collectively in the real reality and be in the unimaginable better, in the unimaginable better, because we don't want to cause pain, right? We don't want to cause pain, and we and we don't come from evil. We don't come from evil. God is good. God is good. So let's utilize the laws that we have at hand to be utilized, and and spend time within ourselves and with each other in the unimaginably better. Let's vision for that, because we got to do better than this. We have got to do better than this. Yes? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So God knows no bounds. God knows no bounds. And so, in expanding his territory, Jabez wanted to do it in a certain way. He didn't want to go out conquering and killing and, and, and going across the land trying to overthrow other people, right? He wanted to do it from a place of good, from a place of love, not from a place of evil and pain. His name meant pain. His name meant pain, and he carried that with him, right? And in carrying that with him, he knew that he had something that he needed to do. And what he needed to do was to express the good in the world. His name being pain, he said, oh, I believe in the unimaginable better. the unimaginable better. And so we have to make our return, our own journey return to righteousness. Yes, when we find ourselves mm, in the land of separation, we need to take a moment and get our minds right. And get our minds right, because it's not just about extending the good in our actions, it's also extending the good in our thinking, right? Our pattern of thinking is co-creative. So we need to spend some time not only practicing what it is that we are doing in the world, but also how we are holding it in our minds, in our consciousness. Yes? So each one of us has the opportunity to do that every single day in every interaction that we have. Yes? All right. So Ernest Holmes says, the universe is not divided against itself. So it is unity and not duality, right? But we live on this physical plane. Yes? And so we experience the duality. But our opportunity is to stay in the good. It's to be good. I am good. God is good. God is love. Yes, I will not cause pain. I would not cause pain. The law of cause and effect is operationalized in everything that we do. In everything that we do. So we have the opportunity. We have the opportunity to cause no pain. To cause no pain. Yes? All right. All right. So I think on Sunday, Sunday in praise, we're going to do that last piece of the prayer. And God granted his request. And God granted his request. Because we got to know that our prayers are answered. We got to know that our prayers are answered. All right? All right now. So that's where we are. That's where we are. We are living life in joy, connected to our yes. And now it's time for some joy news. It's time for some joy news. So I just want to say, I mentioned that I really appreciate you all putting your comments in yesterday. And so I just want to shout out a couple of people who gave me their homework yesterday. Lenora, she said, I am abundantly blessed. I am loved, right? So that is Lenora's focus for 2021. Yes, that's wonderful, Lenora. And Simone, I am blessed. Yes. And Pamela, I am blessed. So you'll keep doing that. You'll keep doing that. I'm capturing them, and we're going to continue to do some work with that. Continue to do some work with that. So I mentioned earlier that I was on Ministers Talking this morning, and we had a good time. So thank y'all so much for having me, Rev Z and Rev Rez. I had a wonderful time. So you'll check out Ministers Talking. There it is, Ministers Talking It on Fridays at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Eastern time. So I might jump back on there from time to time because I had a good time. I love talking some. So this Sunday is a two for Sunday. It's a two for Sunday. And so we have our Sunday in praise at 10:30 Eastern time right on Instagram. So on Sundays, I'm on Instagram Live. And then I am speaking at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. So check that out at 11:30. The topic is Grounded Beyond the Beginning. Grounded Beyond the Beginning. So that is on Zoom 11:30, and you can get the link to the Zoom room by going to rocklandcsl.org. Okay? And remember, the replays are on YouTube and Facebook for Ministers Talking for this show and for all the shows that are on the New Thought Media Network. Okay? All the shows on the New Thought Media Network. You can always check them out. All right. Some other news and dates to keep in mind. On Wednesday, January 13th, we are meditating with the new moon. And I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. I love a new moon. I love a new moon. So join me at 4 a.m. Eastern Time. Yes, 4 a.m. Eastern Time. We're doing it on Zoom and we're going to have a good time. I will be providing the link very soon. Also, on January 30th, we'll have our next class of the 30-day mental diet. And I can't wait for that. So this is the first class of the 30-day mental diet spiritual book club with Red Melissa for 2021. So come on. You want to have a good 2021? What I say, you got to get your mind right. We got some work to do. So it starts January 30th. It runs for 5 consecutive Saturdays, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We do it on Zoom. It's 5 consecutive Saturdays, okay? And you'll be able to register for that on Eventbrite this weekend. What else? What else? My favorite part. I'm going to call this now my enlarge my territory segment. How about that? So I have a new show, y'all. I have a new show I've been sharing all week. My new show starts on January 13th at noon Eastern Time. Living Life in Joy with Rev Melissa. So please join me. It's a different format from my morning sips. We're going to have a good time. So join me right here on the New Thought Media Network, 12 noon. I'm very excited about that. Help me, support me, and increasing my followers on the Facebook platform and on Instagram. Um, my goal is 500, at least 500 followers on Facebook and Instagram by January 31st, 2021. And so we are doing it, y'all. If you're watching me here, go on over to Instagram afterwards and follow me there. I would appreciate it. And we have a new Joy line, and this is the first product, the Sip Joy mug. It's delicious. So it's like 2 cups of joy in one. It's 15 ounces. It's beautiful. It got my purple on it. And so if you would like to purchase a Sip Joy mug, I'm telling you, y'all can't sip from the mug without smiling. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You could go to my Etsy store at I Am Red Melissa and check that out. Make your purchase. They make great gifts too. Okay? So I think that is all the announcements that I have in the Joy News. Please support the New Thought Media Network by donating so we can continue to have wonderful, uplifting, positive, good news to share on this platform and beyond, right? And beyond. So you can donate by clicking on the active link in the description. You can also go to the website at ntmedia.org. We would appreciate it. And you can also love offering to Rev Melissa. If anything I have shared with you resonates, give you something that you need throughout your day, right? To support my ministry of joy. I would truly, truly appreciate the law of circulation in action. Yes, the giving and the receiving. So you can do so at Cash App. It's $ I Am Red Melissa. All right. And lastly, I just thought about it. My podcast. So check out my podcast, Sip with Red Melissa. You could download the Anchor app. You can leave me a message on the Anchor app, and I may play it at an upcoming episode on the podcast. It's also available on Spotify and other podcast platforms. All right, y'all. I think I got all the joy news in. Everyone have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Remember, on Saturdays, I'm not here. So if you'll come on here and you're looking for Red Melissa, I ain't here. Okay. So just go to the podcast and check out an episode on the podcast or look at a previous sip. They're all there on my I Am Red Melissa Facebook page. All right. All right, y'all. So we are living life in joy, connected to your yes. We are connected to our yes. 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 All right, y'all. Have a good weekend. I'll see you on Sunday for Sunday in Praise, 10:30 Eastern Time.